We all want to learn new things because it would make us smart, right? But the problem is, learning anything takes shit ton of time and effort. But what if I told you I managed to crack the code and develop and launch my own app on the Google Play Store, develop a literal game, and also learn how to make music? All this by the age of 17. And no, I'm not saying this to brag or anything. I'm telling you this because if a 15-year-old kid can do it, anyone can. 15-year-old because I made the game when I was 15 years old in 2022. So make sure to watch till the end because this video is going to make you smarter than 99% of the people around you. The first thing that you need to do is take up a project in whatever you're learning. For example, when I decided to learn C#, which is a language you need to make games, I did not go and try to learn C# by watching tutorials or anything like that. What I did, I decided, okay, I'm going to make a game and I'm going to learn C# in the process. So I made a 2D game, and whenever I encountered any issues, I simply googled it or asked ChatGPT about it. Alright, and what that did was that it gave me personalized solutions and answers to my own problems. Second thing that you need to do is that you need to have a plan before you start doing anything. What is it that you're learning? How long is your estimated time frame? Like for example, I had a rough idea that the game would take about 2 to 3 months, and it took about 2.5 months. So what I had done is that I had created a different checklist. Like for example, every feature in the game was a checklist. I decided that I'm going to have these features in the game. For example, music, sound effects, the control, the camera movement, all these things are different sort of features. So what I did was I broke down all the features. I created a to-do sort of list in Notion. You could use any of the apps, and I just broke it down. And what this did was it simplified. Whereas if I would have just written make a game, that sounds a lot more complex than just add music to the game, right? Sounds simple, and at the same time it is a lot easier to accomplish and it gets the momentum going. Now let's talk about reading as in the context of reading books or things like that. So I have read about 135 books till now, and I still remember the contents, the main thing of books that I read 1 to 2 years earlier. So the way you learn faster and better is by dedicating time to it. Like for example, when I started reading, the first thing that I did in the morning was read for 1 hour. So if you need to learn a concept or learn a certain thing in the book, just make sure that it is the first thing that you do in the morning. Another thing that I would suggest is that don't use a highlighter. Now this is very contrary to the popular belief, but it never really worked for me. I have not really tried as well because I don't like making dirty my own book. And plus at the same time, what this does is that a lot of your cognitive energy goes into deciding what to highlight and what not to highlight. And the problem with that is that if you're giving cognitive energy to that, how are you going to give cognitive energy to the actual content of reading? So a better thing to do is to make notes, alright? And what happens is that making notes is a lot difficult than highlighting. And if you're just going to highlight, or if you're going to highlight in general, then what you're going to do is that you might want to highlight a lot of things. So firstly, it takes up a lot of cognitive energy, and then you're going to highlight a lot, so it also kind of distracts you. Whereas if you're going to make notes, and notes as in not there, just use some sort of app like OneNote or Obsidian or Notion, or you could also use pen and paper, doesn't matter. What that does is that taking notes is difficult. So you're not likely to do it every time. You're going to do it less because it demands a lot of energy. And by nature, human beings are lazy, so you're less likely to do it. And you are only going to make notes for the most important things. So what this will do is that it will give cognitive energy to the right and the most important thing, as you'll be writing and remembering it and kind of reading it 2 to 3 times while writing it. So you're going to remember the most important thing. And so as more effort goes into the most important thing, you'll automatically learn faster and better. And with that being said, I'll see you soon.